Hello YouTube viewers and random Doctor Who fans, and welcome back to DALEKCEMBER. Remember Dalek Sec, the leader of the cult of Skaro, and infamous for being the first Dalek in the revived series not to be a bronze colour? It was also incredibly infamous for being the first human Dalek, which, kind of ended up looking like a human, and an octopus had gone through the teleportation pod off of the movie The Fly. Look, they even made a little action figure of him. Isn't he just awesome? But we're not going to talk about that today. Oh no, instead we're going to talk about this, which is the Doctor Who remote control Dalek Sec toy. And here it is in its box, which has never been opened, by the way. So this is the first time I'm ever actually going to take this thing out of its box, because that's how much I care about you guys. So bring a little bit closer here. You can see automatically it's got this orange and yellow colouring here, which we saw with all of the merchandise from the Russell T Davies era. The packaging for it anyway has this orange and yellowy theme. So taking a look at it here, you've got the Doctor Who logo there with radio controlled Dalek written underneath it and a picture of Dalek Sec. Over here you've got featuring motorised Dalek movement, speech and sound effects, and posable arm, gun and eye stock. Seek, locate and ally written there, which seems to be written on every single piece of packaging for every remote controlled Dalek figure. I don't know why. And then here you've got this nice viewing window, so it shows off the Dalek itself and its remote control very well. And even in the background there, if you take a look, it's got that Torchwood Dimension Vault Room kind of wall paneling there, that gold paneling. So that's a nice little touch. Around the side here, it's pretty much the same information and our picture of the Dalek itself, and it's the same on the other side here as well. Around the back, you've got a little bit of blurb here about the Daleks. I'll let you pause the video and read that in your own time. It's really nothing special. And then here you've got some pictures from Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, and it's 27 megahertz if you wanted to know what that was. And then here you've kind of got like a little bit of a bio on the Dalek itself and what it does. And a picture of the TARDIS there. Nothing really special. Underneath you've got some battery information and some legal garb, which is fantastic. So that pretty much does it for the box. Now let's open it up and take a look at Dalek Sec. Alrighty, so here we go, and taking a look at detail, it does look really, really good. So you've got the eye stalk up here at the top, which unfortunately doesn't have a little blue eye in the centre of it, so that's a little bit of a shame, but it does have those little sections around the actual eye stalk there, which looks really nice, which leads into the little kind of section here which holds the eye stalk in place, this kind of cover for it, and at the bottom there you've got kind of this little ID dog tag type thing. And of course the ears are present there as well, and the little kind of grooves and sections in the top of the actual dome there. Here as well you've got the little slats, which are all detailed very, very nicely. These little sections here which run the whole way around the back of the Dalek, which if you look there even have their own little silver rivets detailed on, which looks really, really good. Then of course you've got the plunger and the whisk. The plunger itself, the sucker arm, it seems very, very sort of stunted. It doesn't seem long enough, which is a little bit of a shame, but of course you've also got the little gun there as well. It looks great. And of course down here you've got all the bumps or hemispheres or whatever the heck it is you want to call them. And then look at this as well. I love this down here on this little buffer. You can see the actual little rivets holding each section of the buffer on, and that's a really, really great touch. It really makes this feel very tank-like overall, makes it really feel like a war machine. And then down at the bottom you've got the little caster at the front with the speakers, the on-off switch, the battery compartment, and the two wheels at the back here. So overall I really, really love the detail. I also really, really love the paint job as well, because they could have released just a standard jet black Dalek, but they didn't. They've gone for nice mattes and glosses here to really, really bring it out. So for example here, if you take a look at the bottom, they've gone for this kind of matte grey almost here at the bottom section, but they've brought it out really well by using gloss paint on all the little Dalek bumps, I suppose, here. So I really, really do appreciate that, and I really, really love the touch of all the little rivets, all the little silver rivets around here as well. So overall the paint job looks great, and so does the detail. When it comes to articulation, there's pretty much nothing here. I mean, the eye stalk can go up and down. The actual head, I suppose, can't really turn left and right too much. And of course, if you force it, you will break the antenna on the inside. So definitely something to avoid. And then here, the plunger arm's on a ball joint, so it can move down and left and right. But it's very, very restrictive, and pretty much the energy weapon here can't move at all. Pretty much it can go up and down and a little bit left to right, but just a very tiny bit, and that's literally it for articulation. So there's pretty much nothing. The Dalek also comes with this, which is his little remote control, which is of course just coloured black to go along with the Dalek itself, and you've got the nice Doctor Who logo up at the top here, and I really like the shape of it as well. It really fits in the hands very, very nicely. There's two sticks here, one controls one wheel, the other controls the other, and just like the Dalek Strategist, you put one forward and one back and you can make it go into a spin, and that's pretty much how you control it. I do like the detail on it. It does look really, really nice. There's a little on-off switch here down at the bottom, and then around the back here you've got the battery compartment. Then here, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little button shaped like a Dalek eye stalk, and this is pretty much the Dalek's button that you push to make it say exterminate. So all in all, I really do like this little remote. It's very easy to fit in the hands, and you can use it to control the Dalek very, very easily. The Dalek comes with two sound effects. The first can be heard whenever you first switch it on. And here it says seek, locate, destroy, which is contrary to what it said on the box, which was seek, locate, annihilate. False advertising. The second sound effect can be accessed by pressing the button on the remote here, so let's take a listen to that. So in here you've got the extermination sound effect, and also interestingly, that's not actually Dalek's voice in there. It just sounds like a character have just thrown in a generic Nick Briggs Dalek voice there, so that's a little bit of a letdown, but it's nothing too major. So overall, I do like the sounds. I think they're pretty sweet. The remote control feature of the toy is highly impressive considering its size. The Dalek itself moves very, very quickly, incredibly quickly for a Dalek, so if you do get this, you're going to have a very, very fast Dalek on your hands. But it does move very, very well, and it's very responsive too. The controller is great as well because, like I said before, it's tank steering as opposed to car steering. So that means you can execute 360-degree on-the-spot spins. Very entertaining, actually, for kids. One thing I did find very interesting, I suppose, and weird about it is that it's very jittery when it moves. So, like, you'll be controlling it and it'll be driving along and it'll be shaking from side to side, almost vibrating. So that's a little bit interesting, and you know, if that sort of thing annoys you, then obviously it's really going to annoy you with this toy. But apart from that, I found the remote control feature of it very entertaining and very fun. So overall, what do I think of this toy? Well, I really, really like it. I love the packaging, I really like the detail on the Dalek itself, and I love that paint job. It's absolutely fantastic. The remote control option is really, really entertaining and fun, and it did impress me a lot, I have to admit. One downside, I suppose, would be that batteries are not included. So the Dalek itself takes 3 AAA batteries, and the remote also takes 3 AAA batteries, so it's a little bit annoying, but the battery life is quite long. I would have preferred it had more sound effects. And talking of sound effects, that one sound effect it makes, the seek, locate, destroy, it will say that pretty much at random whenever you're playing with it. So that can get a little bit annoying and frustrating and repetitive. It would have been great had they thrown in some different sound effects for it to say, you know, as it drove around, and maybe an option, you know, to mute that. That would have been good. I do like the little exterminate button on the actual controller itself, so maybe it should have had more buttons on the actual controller to give off different sound effects like some of the larger ones, but you know, I'm not really going to complain about that. I think it's pretty good. And overall, I love these Daleks. Actually, I really prefer these to the new Paradigm Daleks because a common misconception with the Daleks is that they're just robots, which obviously they're not. They've got, you know, alien creatures inside them. And for me, the new Paradigm Daleks really just make them look like machines. But with these, you know, you can see the rivets. You can see that it's been built by something. You know, it looks like a tank. It looks like an actual war machine that houses something inside it. So for me, I really do prefer these types of Daleks as opposed to the Paradigm ones. So that pretty much brings us to the end of this review. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's countless more reviews online. Thank you again for watching, and remember to keep following the nerd. Bye bye.